Hello viewers. Welcome to a new tour guide. Today we will be talking about what you can learn from Hawaii and how to stay safe in Hawaii. This is the 8th episode. You can watch our first, second, third, fourth episodes and check the I button. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. If you want, you can comment on your opinion about this video. So let's go. What you can learn from Hawaii. Tourists who want to taste Hawaiian culture can sign up for classes in hula, surfing, and lei making at most tourist destinations. Several cultural and historical centers on Oahu are well worth your time, such as the Bishop Museum and Iolani Palace. If you have the money, the time, and the inclination, the Polynesian Cultural Center provides a window into Polynesian culture. As its name implies, the Polynesian Cultural Center covers not just Hawaii but also the cultures of Tahiti, Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, Easter Island, and the Maori people of New Zealand. The outer islands also have destinations like Maui Center for Culture and the Arts. The Big Island has the Hilo Art Museum, the Lyman House Museum, the Pacific Tsunami Museum, the University of Hawaii's Anilo Astronomy Center, and Kulakai Caverns. You can do many activities on any free island for those on a budget. All state parks are free to visit, and even some national parks are. When the national parks are not free, most find them very affordable. Hiking, beaches, snorkeling, and other activities are always accessible on public land. There are no private beaches, many free ranger programs on the Big Island at Koloko Honokohau National Historical Park and other locations. At the Visitor Information Station on Mauna Kea, you can stay any night of the year between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. and enjoy a free astronomy tour, including large and small telescopes for you to look through. Some hiking and other activities are in national parks, like volcanoes, so they are at cost. How to stay safe in Hawaii. Theft is a big problem in cities as well as beaches and parks. If you are camping on a beach, keep bags locked in a car but don't assume they are safe in the trunk, especially driving a rental, and keep valuables in a hidden money belt. Although Hawaii is generally considered relatively safe, it does have some violent crimes. Consequently, women should not walk alone in unlit areas. Although Honolulu has one of the lowest violent crime rates of metro areas in the US, use your common sense. Stay smart and act as if you were in your home city. Lock doors, lock cars and don't leave valuables lying around. Some campgrounds now require a permit. This has the effect of moving homeless people away from tourist areas. Apply for a reserved area and have your permit even in inaccessible camping areas, especially around Honolulu. Any beaches are vulnerable to pickpockets and thieves who break into cars. If you are using a rental car, it is advised that you buy a bumper sticker or two to make it seem like you are a local. Paradoxically, keeping the car windows open will prevent break-ins and car damage. The locals will think there is nothing of worth in the car. As a rule of thumb, do not bring anything to the beach you do not plan on using. If you must get money, bring a friend to keep it safe. If you are planning a hike in the mountains, monitor local weather reports carefully and use extreme caution in case of rain. Rain is more likely in the mountains, and flash flooding can occur near stream beds with little or no warning. Unsuspecting hikers can drown and be swept downstream. Civil defense sirens. Although it is relatively rare, the threat of a natural disaster can occur at any time in Hawaii, sometimes with little or no warning. Besides the occasional destructive lava flow on the Big Island and occasionally destructive hurricanes, see weather and understand above. Hawaii can also experience tsunamis and earthquakes. In 1960 the Great Chilean earthquake generated a deadly tsunami that devastated Hilo on the Big Island, killing 61 people. In 1992, Hurricane Iniki directly hit Kauai, killing 6 and causing $1.8 billion in damage. In 2006, most of the state was affected by a magnitude 6.7 quake off Kailua Kona. No casualties were reported, but it caused extensive property damage and power outages of up to 14 hours on Oahu. Reintroduced to the mix of potential disasters is the possibility of an enemy attack by a nuclear missile, especially with events in 2017 involving North Korean missile tests. Hawaii has a highly developed civil defense system. High-pitched civil defense sirens are tested statewide at 11:45 a.m. on the first working day of each month. Two tones are tested. A steady alert siren used in an imminent natural disaster such as a tsunami, and a wailing tone that oscillates in pitch from high to low to be used in a confirmed, impending enemy attack. If you hear the steady tone siren go off at any other time, turn on the nearest radio or television set for emergency information. In the unlikely event you hear the wailing tone go off other than the first of the month, seek shelter immediately and stay there, and visit tune to the radio or TV for further instructions. Natural disasters in Hawaii. Suppose a hurricane or tropical storm is expected. In that case, you will usually have at least several days' notice, and local media will pass on advisories, watches, and warnings from the National Weather Service. Your hotel will likely have emergency plans. Check with them for advice and stay indoors during the high winds and rain accompanying a tropical cyclone. You will only have several hours' notice if a tsunami is expected. Either evacuate coastal areas subject to inundation or, failing that, find the nearest concrete high-rise hotel and go to the third story or above. Follow the instructions of the police and first responders at all times. If ordered to evacuate an area, do so quickly. Stay healthy in Hawaii. Hospitals in Hawaii meet U.S. standards for care and can be found in the urban areas of each island. The hospitals in Honolulu are larger and have the most advanced equipment. The hospitals on the neighboring islands provide general care. There is a shortage of specialists in the neighbor islands. Depending on where you are and how serious your condition is, you may have to be medically evacuated to Honolulu for treatment. All tourists, including U.S. citizens, should have travel insurance with medical evac coverage, getting you back home if needed. The main tourist areas of each island have walk-in urgent care clinics where you can receive non-emergency treatment for whatever ails you. Some clinics even make hotel room calls. Check with the local phone book or your hotel. In Waikiki, try Doctors on Call. The clinic is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pharmacies can also be found in most major shopping areas. Mainland customers of CVS who need assistance with prescriptions should look for the nearest branch of Long's Drugs. The former pharmacy chain had such high brand recognition in Hawaii that CVS chose to retain the brand in its Hawaii locations. Walgreens has opened numerous locations. If you go hiking in the backcountry or swimming in freshwater pools in Hawaii, you risk catching leptospirosis. Leptospirosis generally causes flu-like symptoms. In rare cases, it can be fatal. The incubation period can be from 2 to 30 days after exposure. Do not swim in freshwater pools with open sores. See a doctor if you develop flu-like symptoms after hiking or swimming. Suppose you do not have open sores and swim in these areas. In that case, the best way to avoid leptospirosis or any bacteria is never to drink any natural water, no matter how clean it looks. If you are backpacking and this is a must, remember to bring the needed water filters and iodine pills to treat your water. Be sure to have travel health insurance. Suppose you are a U.S. resident with private health insurance. In that case, you should consult your insurance carrier to determine what co-payments apply and to what extent your insurance is accepted in Hawaii by doctors and hospitals if you need health care while on your trip. However, if you get a job in Hawaii, even a part-time job, you will receive health insurance by state law. See Stay Healthy in the United States of America for more information. If you have respiratory problems, be aware of volcanic smog, also known as VOG. VOG is formed when sulfur dioxide gas from Kilauea mixes with sunlight, water, and dust particles to create a haze primarily of sulfur compounds. Usually, the northeasterly trade winds blow VOG away from the rest of the islands. Southeasterly winds, also known as Kona winds in Hawaii, however, can blow VOG toward the other islands. VOG can be a nearly constant presence on the Big Island. While many people in Hawaii can experience symptoms related to fog, it can significantly affect those with asthma or other chronic respiratory illness. If you have a respiratory condition and plan to visit the Big Island, consult your doctor for advice. When going to the beach or swimming, always wear sunscreen lotion or sun guard to protect your skin from burns, and hats, covers, and sunglasses. The islands are far closer to the equator than most tourists understand, so the sun's power is still more intense even if the weather is cooler. This is all about the 8th episode. Thank you for watching this video entirely. You can watch our other tour guides about the USA if you want. Then you can visit our channel. If you like this video, I will repeat it. Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.